All right, good morning. Welcome to the Rise Up Morning Show here at AllAhWeTV. What a morning. What a morning. What a night. What a night. What a morning. So, you can even see toothpaste still on my face. All right, good morning to you. We have some announcements this morning. And of course, this morning, we're happy that power has been returned to most feeders. There's a rotation schedule in effect. We're going to read that next. But for the people, it's right now 6:36 a.m. and the Department of Education put out an urgent alert. And it said adjusted school operations at AllAhWeTV High School and Lockhart K-8 school today due to a water and power authority water outage affecting the immediate area of both schools. AllAhWeTV High Schools students were engaged in, I'm not even going to try and say the word, learning activities via modified schedule through the Microsoft Teams platform. So that sounds like they're going virtual. Lockhart K-8 school will be closed today, Thursday, September 4th. So, AllAhWeTV and Teams and Lockhart K-8 will be closed today. That's an urgent alert. If you're already on the road, you know children who are on the road, parents who dropping the children to school, maybe send them a text, send them a message, and let them know that they have no school for Lockhart K-8 AllAhWeTV High School. They're going to be doing the team system. This information is coming off of the USVI Department of Education's Facebook page. So you could go to it, facebook.com, usvi.vide. See, I'm going to hit follow on it because we weren't following it. So that's the announcement right there coming from the Virgin Islands Department of Education. School adjusted hours for the Lockhart Elementary and the AllAhWeTV High School due to water problems. It sounds ridiculous. Every school right now should have either cistern or tanks, and they should have backup generators. Most of these school sites are shelters. So how does this even make sense? I guess with the school being in trailers or modular, whatever you call it, they're not shelters anymore. I got to look at what the shelter locations are. However, every year we know WAPA going to go out with water, get some big plastic tank, hook it up to a pump. I mean, this ain't even rocket science. We don't do this every day. So now WAPA alert. Let's see what's going on here on the side of WAPA. Most people in the St. Thomas St. John district suffered from WAPA outage yesterday from about 5 p.m. to about 1 a.m. WAPA came back at 1 a.m. in certain areas, then went out again back 1 to just came back about 4 a.m. But here it is. Let's see. WAPA, there was an error in the rotation from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. The feeders affected in the area of 8B and 7B. So please be advised of the power rotations affecting the following areas. 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., 6A and 5A. Then 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. is 7A and 7E. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. is 8B and 7B. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is 7C, 6B. 7C is Cassie Hill, and then Western St. John. Then you have 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., 6A again to 5A. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., 7A to 7E. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., 9C. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 7B, 7E. 7 p.m. to 9 a.m., 8A, 8B. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., 7C and 6B. So right there in the WAPA email, or if you have the WAPA alerts, they always have what feeder am I on, and you see a big feeder schedule. So 6A is the people here in the west, the Bourne, Esperance, Bodo, Batley Bay, Crown Mountain Road, Fortuna, Hope, Niski, Pearl. 6B, you see that's the town area, Market Square, Boys, St. Peter and Paul School. 7A, Anna's Fancy, Altona, Crown Bay, Marina, Hull Bay. 7B, that's the Avenue. That's the town area right there. Lockhart Gardens, Tuno Bypass, Azul Harris Court. 7C, that's a big one. Anna's Retreat, and so forth. So WAPA gets you right there for you can see what feeder is on. Last night though, what was pretty cool, not pretty cool, but WAPA has the shared the what you call it. They shared the power outage the power outage map, and it shows you when there is a power outage. I want to pull it up because it was my first time and it is a little kind of interesting to go on, but it was pretty cool, and it showed you who and where power was affected. So it's an outage map, right? I'm going to pull it up over here. The outage map, WAPA, you go to the WAPA website. From the WAPA website, you come down and you see me scrolling this just like how you be scrolling on your computer or your phone. I did it on my phone and they have an outage map. So now the outage map, you see let's make it bigger. You see in the St. Thomas, you see in the St. Thomas, St. John district. So it's showing you two people on Water Island. Lord, they've been out all night. And this area right here, that's above Charlotte Amali, and that going a little bit north side, because you can see Megan's Bay over here, and it affecting, you come down here, they should have a map though that show you the areas, and they show you 3,300 people in this area is affected with a power outage. But last night when you went on it, it showed you the map, the regions aren't the best. However, although the regions aren't the best, it shows you the amount of people, so you kind of factor yourself in it. So that was good to see. We see 1,100 people in St. John that's affected. That looked like definitely the Coral Bay area, and that's on the North Shore Road. Maybe even parts of Cruz Bay, as you see. And then over here, St. Croix, and the outage map, no one is affected on St. Croix. So that's on the WAPA website. You have a question, go to the WAPA website. You can see the outage calendar. Now let's take it back. I hitting too many buttons. I will show you on the St. Croix, and the map right here, it shows no one is affected in the St. Croix region. But we're seeing in the St. Thomas, St. John region, 1,100 people, and on the St. Thomas, 3,300 people, plus 2 people on Water Island. Them 2 people must have got a generator. Listen, that's not funny, Emmett. So this map last night, the whole thing, you get to see how many people really are on the WAPA or depend on WAPA, because you had 5,500 here, you had 11,000 there, you had X amount there, and some were disappearing. But today we get to see the whole island was red, but today we get to see this here come back to a bit of normal. So that's a good thing to see right there. Let's take it back. What are we gonna go and see? We want to see. I gotta do that on the Facebook page. It's quicker. I like the WAPA address yesterday when WAPA came forward and stated the reason why we were having the problem. I'm a person for video deliveries and audio delivery, but at least they said something. We noticed that, not noticed, but we learned yesterday, this was a release made 8 hours ago. About 4:46, it said the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority advising the community of the cause and ongoing restoration efforts related to the evening's power outage, that's last night, affecting customers across St. Thomas St. John district. At approximately 4:46 p.m., a failure at the liquefied petroleum gas terminal, that's the propane gas terminals, resulted in an under-frequency event that caused several feeders and St. Thomas and St. John to lose power. So the terminal resulted in an under-frequency event that caused feeders in St. Thomas and St. John to lose power. The event is a safety mechanism to protect the grid from collapsing and to quickly reduce demand and stabilize the frequency. While crews worked to stabilize operation, Unit 15 was started as part of the recovery process. During the restart, smoke was released and visibly observed at the Randolph-Harley plant at approximately 5:30 p.m. WAPA confirms that there was no fire at the facility. There was a talk that there was a fire. So WAPA is saying there was no fire. Okay, let's move along. But they're saying some of these press releases that have some interesting words, like DOE press release. Just make the words simple and done. So they're saying that there was in the patrol in the propane area, there was an under-frequency event that caused feeders in St. Thomas and St. John to lose power. That entered into a safety mechanism so the grid don't collapse, and Unit 15 started to smoke. Santowns, the operation and maintenance O&M contractor, has been working continuously to restore functionality at the propane terminal, enabling generation units to be returned online to restore service to customers. This was as of 8:40 p.m. Several feeders were restored. That part there, like, that wasn't true. WAPA understands, okay. So the good thing that we're mentioning is we're stating WAPA shared some of the cause to yesterday's outage. I mean, we gotta be honest. WAPA has been doing better with the outages. I mean, if you lived in the Virgin Islands during the 90s, the 80s, every day, every other day, WAPA and a power outage. But still, this ain't good enough. I mean, we out of power from 5 o'clock in the afternoon till 5 o'clock the next day. That's 12 hours in the morning. That's crazy. I mean, but we don't have, as every CEO will come and say, we don't have the backup, or we're not able to buy power, like say tap into Tatola, tap into Puerto Rico. We standing alone. So they have to fight their battles alone. And they fought all night and they got it up for us. So hats off to the ladies and gentlemen at the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority. And they're still working through the clock. This is the part though where I say it'll be good for them to come on air and say, hey, this is the findings and this is everything. We're going to get power back up and line, and then we're going to just go back to our normal business. Listen, bear in mind, I want to tell you one thing. Let's use last night as a practice. That's our hurricane practice, because we are in September, and September is a critical time for hurricane season. If you're just tuning in, it's AllAhWeTV. AllAhWeTV, we just shared the WAPA restoration efforts. About how many people we said? About 3,300 and 1,100, 3,300 in St. Thomas, 1,100 people in St. John are still without power, but WAPA continuing its efforts across to bring everybody back up online. We share the reasons why. And if you're just tuning in and you have children going to the Lockhart Elementary School, you don't have school today due to a water outage. And Charlotte Amali High School, you're going on the team system. Team system means virtual, okay? You're going to school either. So that's happening there at WAPA, and that's happening there at the Department of Education. Where was I going with this here? We talked about WAPA. We talked about Department of Education. Oh, telling you about this is hurricane practice. So listen, make sure you have your ducks in a row, because last night power outage, although very unfortunate and very just annoying. It's annoying, right? But it is the fact of life. If this had to be a storm, you might be out of power for days, for more days. So generators, you gotta do your due diligence. Make sure your generator in order. Get your batteries, your battery operated devices, your fans. Maybe even time to look into a battery powered backup. I mean, I had fun for about 45 minutes because we have some battery backups, especially doing these lives for when WAPA go, that at least we could stay on air for a while. So that kept on the fan for a little bit, and that was good. But it just made me think, hey, what can we do for larger scale? So you have to be thinking about it. We know we in hurricane zone. So listen, you got to do what you got to do. Check this out. VI Weather Lady. VI Weather Lady is a great source to go and see what's happening with the weather. She hasn't made a post yet for the morning. We're going to cut right here to her page on Facebook. But there is a system out there. What is saying? Good morning, everyone. That was yesterday. The wave being tracked by NHC, the National Hurricane Center, remains at a 70% chance of development within the 7 days. Satellite presentation shows some convection, but no distinct signs of organization between yesterday and the morning. So that's VI Weather Lady. She shows all type of maps. She gets into explanation. She's sharing stuff from the National Weather Service. That just said the same thing, about a 70% chance. Another great source to look at, you want to look at Mr. Weatherman on YouTube. Just sharing these sources because we're in hurricane season. It's September. We know September is like Hurricane Ali. So we want to be prepared. I'm going to tell you all about, we've been saying it every day. You want to look at, and you can see right here, looking at 44 minutes ago. This is Mr. Weatherman page. Hurricane likely to form. Mr. Weatherman comes in.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gum.
We want to show the ad. But he shares what's happening.
2025, I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Your time is valuable, so we'll get right to it. This here is the spot a lot of us are watching, no doubt, and it's a slow mover. We're going to be watching this for days and days, deep into next week, even potentially the week after, depending on where this goes. This looks to become Gabrielle, the next named system. This is what will be a threat to land down the road. How close it gets, that's what I want to fine-tune somewhat in this video. Still a lot of uncertainty, no doubt. As you well know, this is so far out there, but that's the spot we're watching. More tropical waves out ahead of it that will also monitor through the Caribbean, watching over toward the Bahamas, back toward the U.S. Now, this spot in particular, all of the models have this developing into a hurricane. The American model, the European, the Canadian, the Icon German model, all have this area becoming a hurricane. Now, where it goes, still to be determined because there's so many variables in the environment, obviously, as you know, and it is so far out there. So there's a lot of time.
All right, that's Mr. Weatherman. You want to check him out on YouTube, Mr. Weatherman. As you saw, I went right there. I typed it in the box. Oops, cut back to you. I went YouTube, just showing that you see, oh, look, our face is there. Mr. Weatherman, type it in. It comes up right there. That's his page. And he usually, his stuff is populated. It gets great views because he shares great information. So two sources we rely on. We rely on VI Weather Lady and YouTube. We go to Mr. Weatherman. Of course, trust your local radio stations. You trust Vitima. When Vitima come on and they share something. National Hurricane Center. But the most important thing is to be prepared. Be prepared. Last night, as we say, you know how when you're in the jam and if you're old enough, Daddy Friday will say, this is Juve man in practice. Sasso gonna say, this is Juve man in practice. Well, last night was our hurricane practice. Let's just say it like that. And some people fared well, and some people, I didn't see that much, to be honest. It was kind of quiet, or maybe I wasn't tapped into social media as generally I would or should, because I didn't see that much, you know, I don't want to say the word nice. I didn't see that much frustration, so people calling out WAPA with the outage, or maybe I just went on the right pages. So we want to invite you to visit our friends over at the DFG Community Impact Group, the 2025 Hurricane Preparedness Kit that they have prepared, and it's telling you all that you need. It's telling you all that you need to be prepared for hurricane season. And I ain't want a song like the crazy people want to be on the radio or TV saying the sky is falling, the rain is this. This is what it says. Listen, we're hurricane season and get prepared. Don't wait till last minute to be rushing to the stores. Kmart in town closed. So now you have Kmart in the country. You have the market, Price Mart, Cashless, and you have some other stores around the place. In St. Croix, there's no Kmart at all. So you may have to search a little harder or prepare yourself, whether you're going to Cashless, Home Depot, of course, Home Depot, St. Thomas too. And of course, you have some other stores, but the key is to be prepared so you're in the last minute rush. And this is what our friends over at the DFG Community Impact Group did. They prepared the 2025 Hurricane Preparedness Kit. We've been talking about it every day because we want you to be prepared. Go to their Facebook page, download this, put it in your smartphones, your tablets, share it with your friends, share it with everybody, and it's telling you emergency supplies, water, non-perishable food, manual can opener. You know, I didn't have a manual can opener. Just got one the other day. Thank you, Soleil. She bought one. Flashlight here at the AllAhWeTV Content House. Battery-powered radio, first aid kit, generator tune-up. My generator started during the last storm, but it won't give me no power. So I gotta get someone down there. And you know, did I forget about us in Fortuna to tune up the generator? What is going on? Why this thing ain't giving no power? So note to self, I gotta do that today. Communication and documents. Save everything. You need your cell phone charger, backup power banks, solar chargers, important documents in waterproof containers, hygiene and personal care, moist towelettes, hand sanitizer, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, feminine hygiene products, garbage bag, and plastic ties. Listen, them garbage bag come in handy. You got all these big screen TV. You want to wrap it up in garbage bag, you know, so that they don't get wet. Even some of your valuables around the place. Don't keep all them ornament up around the house. You gotta take them down because wind come into place. Hopefully we don't have a storm, but if we do, you know what's gonna happen? 30, 40 miles an hour wind could blow some stuff around the place. Clothing and comfort, special needs, medications included, and in case of evacuation, what you need? Full tank of gas. You need some cash. ATM's not working. Let me tell you a true story. Emergency car kit, jumper cables, tire pump. Because why? You might get a flat. Something will be in the road. Go to DFG Community Impact Group on Facebook right there, and you could download your copy. Now we're gonna start telling you about FET and what's coming up. We tell you school ain't, but before we go to that, let me show you something. You know the night of Irma Maria, the gas stations had already stopped taking ATM cards, debit cards, credit cards. They went cash. The storm didn't even self-hit. I'm telling you the honest truth. The gas stations went in cash operation. And I'm telling you, this was like about, I was dumping trash. I moved very late. And this was about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And that storm rolling here in the day to the evening. So, you know, you gotta have cash. You gotta have your stuff prepared in the event of a storm. So we're not trying to be weirdos, having you panic, none of that. But just telling you, be prepared. Get yourself together because you don't want to find yourself in a tough spot, right? Not at all. Okay. So, hey, we are here. What we doing? We're going to run some few ads and we're going to come back because it is 6:58 in the morning. We're going to our ATM. It's the Rise Up Morning Show. And watch, if you're in the Lockhart Elementary School, no school today, CAHS, you're on the Teams platform due to a water outage at both campuses. And you have WAPA restoring power, getting us back in line from yesterday, 12-hour, 18-hour power outage is crazy. But we got to do what we got to do. So stick and stay, don't go away. This is the Rise Up Morning Show with me, Emmett Prevost. And listen, I'm happy to be with you. I'm happy to have power, man. We could go, you could take a bath. Because, you know, listen, good thing to have is a bucket. Go to Home Depot, go to one of them places, buy some bucket with a cover. Because if you're in the town, you have portable water. But look at that. WAPA just gone out. They ain't no water. So you got to have 2-3 buckets of water, fill them up. Because in storm time, you need water, wash your hands, maybe flush the toilet. You know what you got to do. So you need to take a quick cowboy bath. You need some water. Get your buckets, get your lids, all of that. We see on Netflix, they had a documentary celebrating the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Not celebrating, but remembering, you know, the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So we have our dates coming up. Irma Maria, Hugo, Marilyn, all these storms that mash up the place. So, you know, we share those sentiments and we have memories of our own. But what we do is we take these memories and we turn them into lessons so we are better prepared. All right, it's 7 a.m. is the Rise Up Morning Show. And what's coming up with the EDA? There's a big business survey that's taking place. And if you own a business, you want to see this place improve, take this minute survey, tell them about what you think, what you know needs to be improved to make it a better environment for the entire community, the entire business community. Here's more about it.
SBI. We want to hear from you. Take the BizPulse VI Business Climate Survey today and share what's working, the challenges you face, and the changes you'd like to see. Don't wait. Take the survey by September 15th, 2025. Help shape policies that make doing business in the USVI easier.
With one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. It can start with one step. Or one promise. Maybe it's one dream. Or one journey. One smile. One gesture. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where the American Caribbean meets opportunity. With direct access to the global marketplace, discover a business environment designed to help you succeed.
Good ideas can be realized here.
We have wraparound services. We offer tax incentives. We offer access to capital. Companies that relocate here can get customer care second to none here from the Economic Development Authority.
We're located in the Virgin Islands because of easy access of shipping and freight and cargo.
I welcome you to come to the Virgin Islands. Do business with us, expand, start. We're happy to have you. And while you're here, enjoy our lovely sunsets.
To explore a new horizon for your business, please visit our website at www.usvieda.org.
Press the button.
I can't talk, eyes and that. Moving her waist like you got island that. I could tell how she dancing, she a island girl. This boy know your eyes a island man too. Wine and me don't wine and start. Grip on her waist without asking. Chat till we feeling exhausted. I just love the way she whine. Oh, she from behind. She goes up, I goes up, I just holding her for the ride. I just love
that is Java Grand located in the Yacht Haven Grand, and Java Grand has big things coming up. They have a tequila tasting, a big tequila tasting that's taking place this Saturday. Did someone say tequila tasting? We sure did, and it's happening at Java Grand this Saturday. Join us for a flavorful afternoon featuring premium pours of 818 and Como's Tequila, paired with complimentary cheesecake minis, light Mexican bites, island vibes, and craft cocktail energy. September 6th from 4 to 6 p.m. Java Grand, Yacht Haven Grand, St. Thomas VI. So you want to be there. It's the tequila tasting, enjoying some good pours by 818 and Como's Tequila. So come out for a great afternoon and get some tasting, get relaxed, unwind, call over your girlfriends, call up your massive and your crew, say, hey, let's try something, let's go by Java Grand. Haven't you been to Java Grand? It's a nice environment, man, good place. I'm going to tell you more about it. It's 7:04 right now. We have more coming up, and the Rise Up Morning Show. We're just starting our second hour, and what we're going to be talking about today, I'm getting you pumped up for the fun run in St. Croix. This Sunday is all about the fun run. Call your boat massive, call your boat crew. You want to be in Santa Cruz. $3,000 grand prize, you know. $3,000 grand prize, dance contest, pizza eating competition, some fun spots, heavy hitter DJs. It's all about the fun run. We got Wapa back. Thank God. So now, let me start thinking about what's coming up in the weekend. What day is today? Today is Thursday. So the weekend almost here. We're going to tell you all about that today. It's the Rise Up Morning Show here on AllAhWeTV.
Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. It's the time to rise and go home. Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. It's the time to rise and go home. Any man, any man, any man, any man in another man's house. Any man, any man, any man, any man in another man's house. I am coming, Lord Daniel, I am coming. I am coming, Lord Daniel, I am coming. We don't want no bad mind people around where. We don't want no bad mind people in here. Pure energy, what we want surround where. Pure good vibes in the atmosphere. And we don't want no bad mind people around where. We don't want no bad vibe people in here. Pure energy, what we want surround where. One every time I get the chance, all I want to do is dance. Get busy now. Work with it now. We got work to do. Get busy now. I'm telling you. All right. Back in a wine, back in a wine. Dance. Back in a wine, back in a wine. Back in a wine, back in.
All right, welcome to the Rise Up Morning Show. And this Thursday, September 4th, 7:07 a.m. 7:07 a.m. We started the morning letting you know about the WAPA continued efforts to bring us back online in the St. Thomas and St. John district after suffering an island-wide power outage about 12 to 18 hours yesterday in this market, but efforts has been restored. I'm going to tell you all about that. We're starting first with the USVI Department of Education because there is no school today for the trying to pull up the page, had it before. There's no school today for the students attending the Lockhart Gardens Elementary School. Lockhart School, there's no school, and there is no school for, well, I don't want to say no school. The children going to Charlotte Amalie High School, they have reverted to the team system. So, listen, it's 7:08 right now, and if you're heading to school, dropping your student, dropping your child, listen, Lockhart Elementary School will be closed today, Thursday, September 4th, 2025. Charlotte Amalie High School are going to engage in a modified schedule through the Microsoft Teams platform. This is due to a water outage affecting both school areas, okay? So that's how you know Lockhart Elementary and CAHS. All right, what else is happening? We let you know that the Water and Power Authority engaged in a rotation schedule, WAPA alerts. Let's see, right here, if you haven't signed up for WAPA alerts, Vitima alerts, you got to do that. Go make sure you do it so that you can know what's happening. They're doing better at getting us information out in a timely process, so you want to make sure you're on top of it. But right now, there's a rotation schedule in effect. Let's show it to you right here. Make the screen bigger so that you can see it. This was it this morning. 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. was feeder 6A and 5A. 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. was feeder 7A to 7E. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 8B and 7B. Then 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is 7C, which is Cassie Hill, 6B, and the Western St. John. Then 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., you have 6A again and 5A again. So they had their turn at 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., come back again 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., there's a 7A and 7E. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. is 9C. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is 7B, 7E. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is 8A, 8B. And then you have 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., 7C, 6B, Western St. John. The schedule is subject to change to accommodate generation and load demands. Here's the cool part. You know they have this big map saying what feeder I am. Sign up for the WAPA alerts. It comes to your phone, and in the bottom of every message has that same map. I gotta check it like 20 times, and I gotta check it when I ain't St. Thomas and when I ain't St. Croix, because I had to get confused myself, being honest. So you're gonna see that you have you have the different feeders by the different locations. Basically, that's it. It lists the feeders in each market. All right. So go ahead, make sure you sign up for the WAPA alerts, the Vitima alerts. I'm sure you could go to the WAPA website and you could sign up for their alerts, and you will know what is taking place. Now, the only question I have is, I did see in an earlier release that the outage had something to do with both low demand and the heat wave that we have in the market. Later release said that the outage is due to some technical issues done at the propane side of operation. And when they try to restore unit 15, it caused smoke in the market. So we're going to be having this heat wave for a minute. So my only question is, I'm going to text WAPA and ask them, the PIO, Ms. Chanel Peterson, is, was that release of the heat wave, did that have anything to do with it? Maybe the heat and the propane don't get along. I don't want to speculate. I shouldn't even say that. However, let us know. Let us know so that when we see the place burning up, we could see, not burning up, WAPA burning up. Because the place been hot. It's been a real heat wave. Try, if you walking outside, to have an umbrella. Try to protect yourself. If your car, you have to have AC because it's really hot. It's really hot. So that's the only two things there that's popping. We have other things happening in the news, but let's switch from news for a while. We've been talking about WAPA, talking about education. I tell you, get prepared. When we talk about WAPA, this here was just the, like how we have the fun run this Sunday. This was the not so fun run with this WAPA outage. My partner in town, my brother, Kilo say, boy, Emmett, when WAPA Anna have 3 fan and me, now that ain't no WAPA, he was just searching from place to place last night and finding one till about 4, 5 a.m. where he could have some AC and relax. But some of us know we just kick in and we just, you go sleep while you have a little power, you put yourself to sleep and you gotta get through it. But you can be prepared. And being prepared meaning having your kit, having your list, and our friends at the DFG Community Impact Group, they have that list telling you how to be prepared. All right, I want to speed right over into this business survey that's in the market. That you know, if you have a business, you got to sign up for this business survey because this is how you're going to get the feedback of what's going good, what's going bad, how they can improve. It's ultimately about a Vision 2040 program that this administration is creating, the marching direction that we're going into. However, if you do your business survey and they're reviewing it and they see something that needs to be implemented sooner than later, they are going to do it. So the business community is one community that's a little too quiet at times. However, now it's time to let your voice be heard. And you do it in this business survey. So let's tell you all about it, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about it because we want all businesses letting your voice be heard. What you don't like. Are we paying too much for we need better internet access? Yes, that has to do with the telecommunications company, but as VINGN, how can the government support to give us faster bandwidth so that we could do that? That's one thing off at the top of the mind. For me, I'm going to say is access to capital. You have EDA and you of course have the banks. Banks can't compete with EDA. EDA is one of our proud partners now. However, if you're a business, we don't have no more Comoloco. We don't have no more First Express in the market. So where can you go to get a quick turnaround, easy, fast loan that is not telling you bring a business plan? Listen, these are my receivables. I have X amount of receivables out. I need some cash flow for the next 30 days. Watching my receivables, that's your guaranteed money back. Half of our money is tied up in the government. So when you see that the government owe you XYZ and you still try and find money, I'm just saying that can be one issue that I could put down in the business USVI survey. Maybe taxes, maybe whatever concern you have. Bring it up and share it. Do the business survey, because this is us letting our voices be heard.
Doing business in the USVI? We want to hear from you. Take the BizPulse VI Business Climate Survey today and share what's working, the challenges you face, and the changes you'd like to see. Don't wait. Take the survey by September 15th, 2025. Help shape policies that make doing business in the USVI easier.
All right, man, it's all about making things easier. That message is brought to you by the USVI Economic Development Authority. And not only are they pushing the message on the business survey, they have another important event scheduled to take place. So first, let me tell you about the business survey. Then we're going to talk about the Economic Development Authority and what they have coming up. So, okay, that one, next email. Here it is. We have the background and the purpose of the BizPulse VI Climate Survey. The Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority has launched the BizPulse VI Business Climate Survey to hear directly from the business community. This survey is designed to capture what it's like to operate a business in the Virgin Islands. Might need a couple pages because, Lord, stay focused. Operate a business in the Virgin Islands, what's working well, the challenges business face, and ideas for making the territory more business friendly. Feedback will guide the new Business Climate Commission. I wish I could be part of that commission. Part of the Vision 2020, I wonder if they're paying. Part of the Vision 2040 Economic Development Strategy, which will recommend policies to strengthen and support local businesses. Business owners are encouraged to complete the survey at www.usvieda.org. Okay, so you're encouraged to complete the survey, www.usvieda.org. You're seeing it right there on the screen. You just go to the Economic Development Authority website. Deadline is September 15th, and you fill out this survey. Your voice can help shape policy, and the background and purpose of it is we want to know what's working well, the challenges business face, and ideas for making the territory more business friendly. You know what's interesting? Something that you could put in, and I'm sure there's a list of stuff. When agencies, VIPD is a partner, but let's be honest. And I can't wait to talk to the commissioner and the chiefs. I can't wait. You get in an accident. There's a report. Of course, fill out the report. Not us, fill it out, the police officer. Fill out the report. Say who wrong, say who right. Of course, you get your ticket. Now, based on that, you need the report to go to the insurance company, right? So, report done, you're waiting for a supervisor to sign it. So one problem right there, because whether you're in St. Thomas and you gotta come all the way downtown within a specified short window to find out if your report is ready or not. Now you come and the report ain't ready because the supervisor ain't signed it. So quicker turnarounds than this will help you, because wasted time is wasted money. Now, report ready, good thing. But it took me 4 times to go down there. That's 4 trips. Imagine if you were paying someone to do that. Imagine the time away from your desk, your operation. However, now, in the agency, of course, pointing finger. This one fault, that one fault, this one fault. Or this one is shot with VIPD logo. The other one have a VIPD logo. At the end of the day, who cares who is fault? What I care about is my wasted time to come down, and I'm just using VIPD as an example. This goes across agencies. This goes across departments. And you know, once you're in a department, in an agency, is one mission, one team. We ain't pointing fingers at no other party. You see that they come and wait, this report ain't signed, maybe call up the DC, the deputy chief, call up your immediate supervisor, Man, we ain't getting these reports signed in advance. What is the supervisors doing over there? How can we expedite it? We're not throwing no one under the bus. What we're trying to do is operate more efficient. And you see, that's something that could be added to the business survey. So you need to let your voices be heard. All of us need to let our voices be heard, and we need to take part in this business survey because time is money and money is time. And that's one thing that affects us businesses. So access to capital, maybe the turnaround and the delays we have to deal with the government. And then they want to come and tell you that you owe them X amount in taxes. So here this other one. The government owe you, there's no interest on that money. But you owe the government and IRB out they charging ridiculous rates, telling you how it's calculated and it's compounded. But when the government owe you, you know, that's another thing that could be added to this. Because if we make money spin faster, because the government is who keeping the economy running, that's the biggest person in business, then it would help. So two ideas right there. But the only way our voices are going to be heard is by us taking part. And another note, VI EDA Enterprise Zone Commission will host a free estate planning conference on Thursday, September 18, 2025 to provide critical information to community about wills, trusts, probate, and other estate planning matters. This is going to be an important one. Experts will be available to present and answer questions. The event will begin at 5 p.m. at the Great Hall and UVI Albert A. Sheen campus on St. Croix. A St. Thomas location will be announced soon. Space will be limited, so registration required. This will be the last event of its kind for the foreseeable future. So we encourage residents to take advantage of the opportunity. Registration details and updates will be available soon at www.usvieda.org. That's Thursday, September 18, 2025. I'm going to take 5 minutes to talk about this. Generational wealth is created when you properly pass assets and or cash from one generation to the next. Hence, generational wealth. Because when the first generation, let's say generation A, now, moves on, higher pasture, generation B isn't starting at step 1. They're starting at step 2, step 3. Now, generation B come in and they have their children. So now generation C ain't starting at step 1. They're starting at where they met from generation A, generation B, where they carried it. So now they're starting at a higher place. However, when we don't have our ducks in a row, wills, trusts, you end up in this bad word called probate. And what about when the property, using property for example, have back taxes? And you don't have life insurance. Everybody should have life insurance. Most of you who work for the government or a big company have life insurance. Life insurance is the best way and quickest way for us to get a little boost ahead. I ain't saying I want you to dead, but I'm saying I know all of us are going to die. So when we die, don't do a GoFundMe to help finance the funeral. If your life insurance is $150,000, $250,000, okay, spend $20,000 on the funeral. That leaves you, if it's $150,000, with $130,000. Now I don't go buy bad car. Don't go spend up your money and trip and go on the cruise and go visit that carnival. Pay off the taxes and the property. Pay off the mortgage and the home. So now that is really the family home. And that stays in it. So you see this conversation on September 18 is a very important conversation. Ain't for old people. Ain't for just young people. Ain't for people in the middle. Ain't for everybody. Everybody need to come and hear this conversation or tune in online because I love your mommy. I love your daddy. You love me too, but we ain't gonna live forever. One of us gonna go, because we come alone, we gonna leave alone. However, while we here, let's take advantage. Let's make the most advantage. And you have programs. You have these systems available for you. Again, life insurance. You have your living will. You have your trust. Now, some of you all ain't taking care of mommy, daddy, and you're just coming back for the reading of the will. You're coming back for the reading of the trust. Well, however they set up the business, they set up the business. However, it would be good if you take care of them. Because in some of them last days, when I don't take care of them, that's when they give it to the cousin. That's when they give it to somebody else because I've been too busy calavanting. Emmett standpoint. This conference is an important conference and one that you should take advantage of. We're going to be broadcasting it September 18th, Thursday. It is a free estate planning conference at the Great Hall of UVI Albert Isheen campus in St. Croix. St. Thomas location will be announced. I want to see our massive and crew in the place. Like when we talk in an event, you want to be there because again, listen, turn it around. You have a little bad man nephew, a little bad man son, a little bad girl, daughter, niece, whatever. I shouldn't say it like this on camera, but I will because we're honest. You have doubt they're going to make it into next year. Why don't you put some life insurance on them? I got $250. Get them a nice send-off, nice funeral. Say about 30,000. I would have called a funeral home name right now, but none of them is signed on as a partner, so I can't. Or I'm unable to. I can. I'm not. And I have good friends in the funeral home industry. We do a lot of funerals. VIfunerals.com. We do great live streaming at funerals, but at the point. So if they don't want to do the right thing and they're heading down the wrong road, might as well you cash in on them. Well, that's not ethical. That's not ethically right for me to say that like that. I'm just saying, get prepared. Some of them have children they're going to leave behind. Some of them have whatever. Get some life insurance and then put it into a trust. And that will help your family start. We got to have these conversations because although we don't want to admit that we're going to lose a loved one one day, it's unavoidable. It will happen. One day I ain't going to be here. I ain't going to be a star up in the sky. And that's all of us because we're not here forever. Nor do we want to stay here forever either. We want to have our fun, make our mark on earth, and then make room for the next generation to come. However, let's leave something so that they could start in a higher position and a better place. You hear what it said? This will be the last event of its kind for the foreseeable future. Why? Because they don't want the information like this be sharing. Do you know when, and we have great partners in the banks, but this is the system. Do you know when you die and the money in the bank and you have nobody sign up on that account, do you know where that money go? It don't go to your family. It don't go to your loved one. That money stay in the system. So while you there saying, I don't want nobody get my money, who will end up getting your money? People who you don't know. The top heads, the CEOs, they're going to get their bonuses, and the big people and the system will get their money, and they're going to lend money out for your money while you could have give your money. You're not here. You can't take it in the casket or put it in the casket where they're going to dig you up. They're going to take it back. So let's prepare ourselves. And this comes all with estate planning conference. I'm not saying I want you to die. I don't want to die. I live a great life. I have fun. However, when we go, let's leave it in a better place for our friends and our loved ones. We've been saying a lot. Then we run some commercial and we're going to come right back and we're going to tell you all about the fun run. We've been talking serious thing all morning, but we tell you that there's no school like a garden. We tell you that CAHS going on teams. We say WAPA. The only thing I ain't showing the 7 o'clock hour was go to the WAPA website, because on the WAPA website has an outage map. The thing is so cool. And on our WAPA website, that outage map, and we're pulling it up right now, WAPA, Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority. Look at here. You come here to the outage map, you click on it, and it shows you nobody have outage in St. Croix right now. But you open it up, what we seen? Oh, thing out of control. So we seen, remember, a minute ago, but we did say that they're going to be rotating power. Earlier in the morning when we were talking, over here were out of power, 3,300 people. Now over here is out of power, 3,600 people. That look like the Anna's area, you know. That look like the skyline. You see, that's Mahogany Run. That look like the hometown stretch. That coming down to Charlotte Ambly a little bit. So this outage map, you have to kind of know your area where you staying and know that, hey, that affects my area. WAPA is going to be rotating power. So it looks like the load, the peak load is about 4,000 people or 4,000 homes. It'd be good if WAPA could tell us or break it down, because is it too much on the system? But we look like when they're rotating the power, they're trying to play with that number around 36, 3,300, something like that. So listen, we've been having a good morning sharing you what's up right here on the AllAhWeTV program. That's the WAPA power outage map. Listen, when we come back, it's all about the fun run. We're going to show you 1 or 2 clips from some place, man, because we've been here talking serious all morning. Now it's time for FET. It's time with AllAhWeTV. So this is the Rise Up Morning Show. We love you and we're happy to be here with you straight until 8 a.m.
We want to hear from you. Take the BizPulse VI Business Climate Survey today and share what's working, the challenges you face, and the changes you'd like to see. Don't wait. Take the survey by September 15th, 2025. Help shape policies that make doing business in the USVI easier.
All right, there's a very exciting tequila tasting coming up this weekend, Saturday at the Java Grand location. You want to be there. It is a tequila tasting. They have mini cheesecake. They have some small Mexican bites because we're talking about tequila, of course. I'm sure they're going to have some music, and it's going to be a great mood, a great environment. That's at the Java Grand. Java Grand is located in the Yacht Haven Grand. If you've never been there, you want to go to the Java Grand and you want to get some tequila. You drink rum, but now it's time to test a new flavor. We're drinking tequila this Saturday at the Java Grand.
Securing your business or home is erecting a fence so the non-invited can keep out and the invited can be guided in. Now, a solid, beautiful exterior structure not only enhances the appearance, but also increases the value of your home or commercial property. Meet Bender and Associates. They are the experts in aluminum and stainless steel, including their manufacture and repair. Their work include gates, automatic and manual, stairs, security bars, wheelchair ramps. Hey, once you dream it and it involves steel, aluminum, or any metal structure, Bender and Associates can build or repair it. And for those who love the metals with beautiful designs, Bender and Associates can do that also. Time to get started by calling 340-244-0861. Oh yes, Bender and Associates service the entire Virgin Islands. Bender and Associates, beautifying your property while securing your peace of mind.
Let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.
Now when we talk about looking good, you want to talk about smelling good also. Nothing beats when a woman, she sniff you and she say, what you smell like, man? I like that. And then you look at her and you say, yeah, man, my woman will make sure I smell good all the time, you know? Anyway, let's listen, Miss Naturalista get some great natural butters. They get some great products. Men, women, children, everybody in the entire family. They even get stuff for your little furry little friends, your furry little animals. Miss Naturalistas. So go and check them out. They're located in the Yacht Haven Grand, St. Thomas, and St. Croix. right across the street from the market in front of Jane's Bridal. Miss Naturalista open 7 days a week. No matter the texture of your hair, the kind of hair you get, kinky, it's smooth, it's wavy, they got the products for you and they have you looking your best. You could even be wearing a weave style, a wig, covering it up, but underneath, you want to make sure you're treating your hair. Make sure your hair is very nice, moisturized, and good. That's right. And that's Miss Naturalista. Miss Naturalista available for you. All right, so now listen. It's all about one thing this weekend. What's coming up? The Big Fun Run. This is going to be in Santa Cruz, presented by Hook and Life Charters. The Fun Run is going to be a run to remember. Listen, Sunday, September 7th, Massive and crew, you got to make sure you are there. Call up your boat friend. You don't have a boat? Let me tell you, all the stops on this Fun Run, you can access and land. So catch a plane, go over St. Croix, maybe you jump on a boat while you're there. Who knows? Link up with your people, or Massive and crew, what you do? You rent a car and you drive along, because look at the stops. Look at the stops of this Fun Run. You get Gallows Bay. When they say Gallows Bay, we're talking about Panchy Dock. Panchy Dock is the starting point. Then they're going on to Fort Frederick, Aquaholic. Man, not a party spot. And Aquaholic got what? Them delicious patés. Let me take it back. In the beginning, at the launching spot by Panchy, you know what Panchy have? He got the canquata, the fish soup, the callaloo. He got the stew fish. You could get a combo with the stew fish and top of it with conch. Oh my gosh, you think you're in heaven. We're working out the logistics because we're working on being live at the launching spot. All them boat them in the background. We want to hear some big engine raw. Raja, put the boat at sea. What did I say, Dominica? Put the boat in the water. Yes, Raja. And all the boatmen, them Chemo, Charles, Jenks. We want to see St. Thomas over there, like how St. Croix were over here. They were over here for the horse race. We want to see everybody there. So listen, boatman them out there. So listen, Gallows Bay by Panchy. That's the starting spot, right? And from Panchy now, Panchy, you get your breakfast, you get your soup, you get your drinks. You know, he got a moringa, he got a carambola mixed with passion fruit, mixed with soursop, when Panchy got it. And then he also get the conch balls, he get the banana fritters. So Panchy this week open up Saturday and Panchy open up Sunday for the Fun Run. Then we're going down to Fort Frederick Aquaholic. Man, listen, Fort Frederick. Aquaholic get us a group of sisters, and all of them look good. And they can cook too, because they get some good. The mommy in the kitchen, she cooking the patés. The paté them good. Remember when you go there for the Fun Run, get some paté right there at Aquaholic. So we liming down there, we having music, we having a good time. Then you jump back in your boat or your car, and we going to the next stop, where it is, Get It Sexy, Kramer's Park. Listen, if you saw the videos from Fun Run last year, they had swimsuit competition, about to say bikini contest. They had swimsuit contest. Now they're going to have dance contest, pizza eating competition, and much more. This is the Fun Run. This is the event of this weekend, and it's in Santa Cruz. So this is at Kramer's Park. They say it's Get It Sexy. So come out sexy. All right? I want to see that dance competition. I'm going to be right there in the front, and we having a good time. We lime in. And the last stop, they call it the Finale Fete. That's at Cheney Bay. All right? Cheney Bay. And let me say, so 4 incredible spots, 1 massive day. Fun Run, a run to remember in Santa Cruz this Sunday, September 7th. All right? Want to see all the boats and them out there. So registration is $150, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Panchy Dock, Gallows Bay Dock. Include your raffle entry, your rash guards, and your goodie bag. Let me tell you, a rash guard alone is about $100. You getting raffle entry and you getting a goodie bag. Shout out to the organizers, Janesta, the entire team. Ain't done yet. You get music by who? Super Tracks International, Selector Joker, Big Cat Sounds, and Boot Legacy. There's cash prizes, there's giveaways. Look, no, you see how we were talking about the horse race? You know how we'd be talking about poker run? That's the excitement coming with the fun run. We selling St. Thomas, St. John, Tartola, BVI, bring down the boat, then we want to see all the boatmen them out there. You bring down the boat them, drop the boat them. We want to see, hey, and listen, it's going to be a cool run, you know. Drive over, have a good time. You can even stay St. Croix for the entire weekend. It's a fun run, a day to remember, and they're going to be having a good time. We want to make sure your face is in the place. Right now, it's what? It's 7:41. We got about 14 more minutes to go here on the Rise Up Morning Show. What else we got to tell you about? You know, Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights have a big quadrille coming up. Tell you all about it when we get back. Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights have a big old-time quadrille this weekend. Touche, balance, and then, you know, grab your partner, spin her around, and then you know how it go when they do the quadrille thing. It is serious thing. We're going to tell you all about it when we come back. It's the Rise Up Morning Show, but first, here's some of our partners.
Attention all commercial motor vehicle operation and owners. Speeding is one of the top infractions for commercial motor vehicles. Driving above the posted speed limit not only incur unsafe driving violation, but also puts lives at risk. Speeding is a leading cause of crashes, injuries, and fatalities in our roads. Remember, large trucks, buses takes much longer to stop. According to Title 20 Virgin Islands Code 495C, the rate of speed for CMVs, trucks, and buses within the town area shall not exceed 10 miles an hour. Follow speed limits. Always adhere to posted speed limits and adjust your speed for traffic and weather conditions. Maintain control. Driving at safe speeds help you stay in control, especially in unexpected situations. Safety first. Your safety and the safety of others on the road should always come first. Slow down and drive responsibly, because safe speeds save lives. This message is brought to you by the Motor Carrier Safety Assistance Unit, the Office of Highway Safety, and the Virgin Islands Police Department.
I am Eustace Grant Jr., also known as the Don Deal. I was diagnosed with stage 2 prostate cancer on August 31st, 2017. That moment changed my life. The hardest part of the experience was the thought of not being here to see my children and grandchild grow. Luckily, my family and support team were real. They had food sales to show their support. My prayer warriors and doctors were phenomenal. Do I encourage men to get screened for prostate cancer? The answer is an absolute yes. If you're an African American male with a family history of prostate cancer, you should begin screening at age 40. If you are unsure about screening, talk to your doctor to decide if screening is right for you. Testing is easy. Early detection saves lives. I am a living testament, and that's a done deal. African American men are at an increased risk of getting and dying from prostate cancer more than any other race. Talk to your doctor to find out if prostate cancer screening is right for you. This message was brought to you by the Department of Health, Division of Chronic Disease and Prevention.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Officer Charles. Okay, this conversation is being recorded. I stopped you because you didn't have on your seatbelt. Can I see your driver's license, your registration, and your insurance, please? Okay, sir. This is an electronic ticket. We're doing away with the paper tickets, okay? The way the e-citation works, once I give it to you, it's automatically sent to the Attorney General's office. Once it's cleared at the Attorney General's office, it goes directly to the court and you'll be able to pay it, okay? You can be able to pay this ticket online if you wish to pay it online with a major credit card, or you can go into the courts to pay the ticket.
The Virgin Islands Police Department is now transitioning to e-ticket system, also known as e-citation, which is a digital system that allows law enforcement officers to issue citations electronically, replacing traditional paper tickets. This system streamlines the process of issuing, managing, and processing traffic citations, offering benefits to both law enforcement and the public. For more information, visit the VIPD website at www.vipd.vi.gov, our Facebook page, or call 340-514-8006. This message is brought to you by the Virgin Islands Police Department.
All right, the VIPD is on the move. As you see, they're doing the e-tickets and e-citation. So we just need faster reports now, because when your car hit, the quickest thing you want to do is get to the insurance company. And I'm taking a little minute right now. So anyhow, I told you before we went to the break, there's a big event happening this weekend in Santa Cruz. Let me check the date on it. It is September 5th. That's tomorrow. That's Friday. And you have the Grand Quadrille, 10 Sleepless Nights, the 55th anniversary. Touché, balance. Ladies to the left. Music by Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. Admission is $10. September 5th, 9 p.m. at the St. Gerard's Hall. That's down in the west, correct? Food and drinks on sale. And it's brought to you by some partners there. AARP, Diageo, USVI, VI Lottery, Vica, One Communication, Kendall. I'm going to say my name. I'm going to say our name. AllAhWeTV too. Because, you know, we the pass through. We're going to be there in St. Croix tomorrow. So this is going to be our line. It's Friday. It's Friday. And, you know, we pumping up the fun run. But listen, this is Friday night. And bring everybody. You know what I like to see? I like to see some young couples come out smiling together like it's date night at the quadrille, the Grand Quadrille, and they dancing together, and you know, they liming together, and they floating together, and that's how you do it. You know, you don't always gotta be in a boom, boom, bam, bam, you know. You could be in a nice thing, having a nice time, and you know what? It will be good. Say right about family. So if, I was gonna say shorty, but if young man and young lady go to the quadrille, but also the parents day, so they could get to know each other. They could mix and mingle together. We have too much separation between the ages. We have to lime together, and that's how we talk together. And when we break down the wall, then we could vibes and we could say, hey, this is what's going on, and this is a problem that I see. Or even just share vibes, because look here, the older heads have to guide the younger heads. But we can't do that if we're not talking together. All right? Good morning to Carla Ryan, Shirley Edwards. We had a one that I just missed that was saying thank you for keeping us updated. Well, we're happy to be here. Let me tell you, being honest, I'm like most of you. After that power outage last night and no power, I was like, I ain't doing this show. I call it in sick. But we can't do that. We have to get up and we have to show our face and we have to get to work. Plus, I had to talk about the fun run because Janesta, well, you know when I land. Hey, no, man, shout out to Janesta and the whole team. Had to talk about the quadrille event for the Grand Quadrille. And most important, we have the students who are heading to school, and we had to let you know that CAHS, you're doing a team system. And what else you have? What else we have? We have the Lockhart Elementary, the little children, they get to stay home today and just harass the parents or the grandparents. Because that's what they're going to do. You know, when they're home, it's their world. You know, the best thing that be able to send them little children to school. It'll be the best thing. Because when they're home, oh my gosh. Listen, it's 7:49 right now, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day, as we wish you every day. Make the most out of it. Keep the smile on your face, because that's the most important thing. Listen, before we go, September 6th, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at St. Thomas, there's a big tequila tasting at Java Grand. All right, you're going to get that A18 tequila, and it's going to be accompanied by Mexican fare and complimentary cheesecake minis made by Sweet Entanglement. Hosted by Carter Wines and Spirit and Java Grand. Now, Java Grand is located in the Yacht Haven Grand, a great place to start your day. They have all the coffees. Right now, go to Java Grand. Just pull in Yacht Haven, get your mocha, your frappuccino, your cappuccino, your espresso. They got some bites right there, some bagels, croissants. They got some good things to start up your day, and they mix it really good, and their beans are of great quality. Now, Friday Java Grand has the espresso martini and a special. That's my drink, and I think you should try it too. So listen, we're getting out of here. It's been a great morning. I don't think we have anything else to add. Friday, we're usually not there, but since we're here on the topic, do you do the Asi bowls? Do you do Asi bowls? Well, Java Grand has Aki bowls. Aki, Asi, how you say the thing? So listen, it got a St. Thomas Classic Crunch. Granola, sliced banana, strawberries, blueberries, coconut flakes. That's a St. Thomas Classic. It got a St. Croix Espresso Edge. What's that? Espresso soap granola, cocoa nibs, banana, almonds, drizzle in mocha syrup. Then they got a St. John Matcha Morning. What's this? Toppings granola, kiwi, shredded coconut, almonds, drizzle with a matcha infused honey. They got a Virgin Garda Tropical Dream. What's this? Toppings, pineapple chunks, mango, kiwi, coconut snowflakes. That one sound good. And drizzle with passion fruit. So the bright, refreshing, and island inspired. The St. John is good for green tea fans. St. Croix Espresso is for the caffeine crowd. And the St. Thomas Classic is a simple, clean, and satisfying. That's the Aki bowls available at Java Grand. You want to check it out. So this has been the Rise Up Morning Show. I'm Emmett Prevost. It's been a beautiful morning. We're getting things back to normal. We're going to have a rotation schedule with WAPA in effect. So listen, just be patient. Be prepared. Look at the time. Go to the WAPA website. Get the WAPA updates to make sure you know when they're going off in your area. Sometimes they're a little off. Sometimes they're a little longer. But just get yourself prepared. All right? We love you. It's always a pleasure being here with you. And, you know, I've shown you the video from where? We've shown you the video from Dan Felito's Tuesday and Wednesday. But we're going to show it to you again as we leave, because we got to get that energy pumping and we got to get you jumping, because it's a Thursday morning. The weekend is almost here. Dan Felito's open every day. The bar menu is available. The grill is cooking. But on Fridays and Saturdays, Dan Felito's have the half a chicken. They got the roast pork, and then they switch it up. They have oxtail, they have conch, they have fried fish, and you get it in your seasoned rice. You get your beans, you get the white rice. You have salad available, and they have a signature burger. I should go there tonight and feature that burger. We're going to go there tonight. We're going to do it. We're coming up there. Dan Felito's, but this is how it was with the party this past weekend.